We're here with 3 powerhouses in the lean sector.
Some people saved money, made more profit. Recently, we've had a company who saved 8 weeks of production time.
We need to put them in the best position to survive, be flexible, be productive, be agile.
There's no substitute for direct observation. To see the turnaround of his company is just mind-blowing.
Tools and technique, that's the easy, but it's getting your leaders engaged, motivated, and being able to sustain it. That's the real challenge.
Tools and techniques, that's the easy bit. It's getting your leaders engaged, motivated, and able to sustain it. That is your real challenge. So I wrote a post this morning with my AI course, which was about founders and their babies. And it's out of the book. It's from the book, The Ruthless Shepherd by Keith Cunningham. There's actually a chapter called Mamas Love Their Babies. And the issue comes when you go into a project, or you're dealing with a managing director or executive general manager, a GM, whatever it may be. They didn't build the business from scratch. They're running the business. And as I speak to most businesses or projects, unless they're operating flawlessly, 98% of the time, like fighter pilots do, are running at some level of shit show. I call it like level 1's a bit of a shit show, level 2's a real shit show, level 3's a complete and utter shit show, and then you get down to a cluster, you know what. It's easier for them because they go, yeah, I inherited this, what do we need to do to fix it? When you go in and say to the founder, mate, this is a fucking shit show, they take offence to it. And if you take offence to it, that's a good thing because it means you care. So if you're a founder and you want to work with me, I am going to tell you the truth because I wouldn't be doing you any favours not telling you the truth. But we need to be clear up front. That's going to be a problem. Why not speak to you about it, and we need to work out how we're going to work around it, because I've had a lot of founders that I've worked with when we've got to that point and I've gone, big fella, big girl, this is about you, not about anyone else. They tend to don't like being told their babies are ugly. Anyway, enough nonsense. Let's get into the good stuff. We're up to day 18, which means we are 20% of the way through this. I'm going to give this bot a little bit of context before we start today. So, new shift, Thursday, the 11th of December, 2025. As we go through this today, bear in mind tomorrow is a travel day for me. Let's see what he comes back. Well, MOX, Mission, Operations and Execution. ORCA Wingman, direct and demanding tone. Travel day tomorrow, acknowledged. I will shape today's actions to protect the streak. Straight into the loop. Your 3 daily actions for Wednesday the 10th of December were: create tomorrow's single objective campaign ticket before dead, which I did. I wrote in my little notebook, which I bought here to show you today, and now I don't have it with me anyway. But I'll do that straight at the end of the session. 1 30-minute focus block before any other work, which was the post that I did on founders and their babies, founders and their ugly babies. I always do that LinkedIn one right in the morning. Send 1 targeted outreach message. I did 3. 1 was yes, 2 was yes, and 3 outreach messages were sent. Let's get into the next part of it. So he's going to ask me what was the objective for today. Excellent. Travel week, high friction environment. You still delivered above spec. This is identity level discipline now. Daily actions completed. This is how you enter travel day with power, not scramble. Now we moved. What was the 1 highest leverage, non-negotiable objective for today? Not the list, not travel prep, not background noise. 1 outcome today that lived or died. I did a call with a guy regarding the possibility of doing some consultancy or coaching work with him, and I sent a follow-up email with all of the details. he'll distill that a little bit more. It was one that just came out of the blue actually, so that was, I got it done on the way to work. So a high priority task, which is a high dollar value task, which is selling to people, of course, was done on the way before I even got into meet up with the other client. Good, but that's 2 actions. ORCA needs 1 objective. They were both serving let's extract the real mission. You had a call about potential consultancy coaching work. You sent a follow-up email with details. Both of these point to 1 clear objective: progressing a new consultancy coaching opportunities. Let's lock it in properly. Okay. Objective: advance a new consultancy coaching opportunity by completing calls, sending a follow-up with clarity and the next steps. That's the single mission of your action served. Now we move. All right, direct and demanding. State the observable outcome. Did you complete the call and send a follow-up? Yes or no? Yes, the call was done on the way to when I was walking in this morning, and the email's already been sent. The follow-up's done, so it's done. Notice how he just wants yes or no answers. He's not interested in the story. He just wants to know, did we execute it? Did we not? And this is what we do too much. We let the story take over instead of just we can worry about the reasons why later, the causes later on. At the start of this, we just want to know, did we get it done or did we not get it done? Call completed. Follow-up email sent. Opportunity advanced. Objective achieved end-to-end. Strong commercial execution on a high load week. Now extract the leverage. Causes. These were the true behaviours behind today's success. You executed this as the story, okay? You executed the call in a natural movement time, walking in. Use a transition time as productive time. This prevents schedule compression and killing opportunities. You close the loop immediately with follow-up. No delays. No, I'll do it later. This builds trust and momentum with the prospect. You prioritise business development even in a travel and delivery week. Most people drop pipeline activities under load. You didn't. This is behaviour that compounds revenue. They are elite behaviours. We reinforce them, not dilute them. 3 daily actions for the next 24 hours designed for the travel day tomorrow. You said tomorrow is a travel day. Travel days destroy discipline for 99% of the people. So we're going to bulletproof the streak by making the system travel friendly. Actions. Create tomorrow's single objective Kanban ticket before you go to bed. This is the only reason your travel discipline has held so far. So the ticket I'm going to create is, I'm going to do the ORCA session in the Qantas Club tomorrow, because if I leave it till this time tomorrow afternoon, the day's shot. I'll be on the plane, I'll be home. I don't land in Brisbane till like 7:30 tomorrow night, and I will never get it done in the afternoon. So I'm going to pull it forward. So the ticket is to get that session done in a Qantas Club. 1 20-minute micro focus block before leaving, not 30 minutes, not 50 minutes. A 20-minute micro block keeps your execution identity alive without creating cognitive friction during travel. That's good, because I'm actually going out to see some rallies tonight and I'm not going to feel like doing a whole lot in the morning. Capture 1 Perth insight, constraint, opportunity or pattern. This keeps your Perth playbook growing and allows you to gather intelligence without adding pressure. You don't need to do outreach content or heavy work tomorrow. Your only job is Kanban, 20-minute block, 1 insight. This protects the streak and your cognitive bandwidth. His insights. Most people get sloppy the day before travel. You tightened execution instead of loosening it. That's a mark of a professional, not an amateur. Operational insight. You execute a perfect closed loop cycle. Call, debrief mentally, follow-up email, document sent, next steps. This is the same sequence fighter pilots use in flawless execution. AI, mad insight. Across 18 days, the pattern is now unmistakable. Your best commercial behaviour. AI is exceptional at identifying patterns. If you've ever thought about journaling and you've never been able to do it, which is me, this gives you the same thing, amped up, probably 10x what you would get. This has incorporated a few things, right? So we've got Keith Cunningham's 3 pillars of success. Plan your day before you start. Have your deliverables, and then hold yourself accountable by giving your results to someone. We've got the ORCA process involved here. ORCA, objective, results, causes, actions. It's journaling, And we can actually, when I do it sometimes, I'll ask it a question and do what Keith Cunningham calls a thinking time session while we're doing all of this at the same time. It's collecting data and noticing a trend. AI is exceptional at patterns, seeing what's going on, telling us the truth, telling us, hey, your baby's ugly. It's easier to accept that once coming from an AI than when it's coming from a person. Don't disregard this process. This is, I can't wait to get to day 90 and see what I've got here. And well, that's the other thing that I've incorporated into this as well, is doing social media with extreme competence. I have a block of 90 videos that I can go back and someone goes to me, well, what can you actually achieve in 90 days? Go watch that. Watch it from start to finish. See what happens when, like when Keith Cunningham says, if you do these 3 things on a consistent daily basis for 90 days, you will be astonished at the progress that you'll make. It'll all be there live. 18 of them. We're 20% of the way. You perform total clarity and zero resistance. This tells us something powerful. Your business grows fastest when your objectives include human interaction. We'll use this insight strategically in the next phase of ORCA. Day 18, scoreboard. All done. All right. If you're on the Sunshine Coast, someone's watching a lot of this content at the moment. Someone gets on here early and they hang in for the whole lot. I'm not exactly sure who it is, but if you want to shoot me a DM, if you're loving this content, very keen to have a chat and see what you like out of it, what you do like, what you don't like, and tell me what the ugly baby part of it is as well. Anyway, if you happen to be on the Sunshine Coast, I'm looking for a couple of businesses to be able to do what the likes of Ryan Tyranny, Seeding Matters, Spirit Metals are doing in Ireland, right on the coast. That sounds like you. Just watch this short clip, then reach out. I'm looking for a couple of businesses specifically on the Sunshine Coast. This all came about the other day. I was sitting down with a lad who understands this stuff, who's been overseas and seen it in action numerous times. I said the problem here is on the coast. There's some awesome groups here on the coast, one of them being Manufacturers Excellence Forum. Doing some great work, some really good stuff going on the Sunshine Coast in the manufacturing space. But when we compare it to, talking to the book Good to Great here, Jim Collins, they're at a good level, they're not at great. Nowhere near it. And good is the enemy of great. Great is what the likes of, and I'm going to show you these companies today, Spirit Metals, Fast Cap, and Seeding Matters do. It's levels above what we're currently doing. We've got, I think we're doing 1.6, and I'm not speaking to the dollar figures that I use here today are purely for educational purposes, let's call it, okay? I'm just putting out there, this is what we're currently doing, this is where we could be if we closed the gap and did the stuff that these guys are doing, the Fast Caps, the Seeding Matters, those sorts of businesses. But we need someone to step up and lead the way. We need to see what, I said the other day, what good looks like. We don't need to see what good looks like. We know what good looks like. Good's average. What we need to see is what great looks like. We need to stop comparing ourselves and patting ourselves on the back because we see all the other businesses on the coast and we've got one that's a little bit better. Well, you don't want to start 2026 like this. I'm starting a new pilot program called 2026 Pre-Season Training. It's for leaders who want to get their team match fit before the whistle blows and the 2026 season kicks off. So if you're running a good company or a team and you want to hit 2026 in a sprint, this is your window right now to set it up. We'll custom build your 12-month plan and drop it into a Trello board so that you actually track it and use it. We'll resource it properly so the work actually gets done and set you up a school community so that you're ready to get rhythm from day one. We'll be setting it all up using Goldrat's project rules of flow to mitigate the 12 causes of project failure, because that's exactly what this is and how you need to treat it as a project. And you'll also be learning to leverage AI where it counts to get the most impact. This isn't some paint by numbers cookie cutter course. It's pre-season training custom built for your business. There's only 10 spots and we'll have it wrapped up so that you're ready to run before we hit Christmas. DM me the words 2026 pre-season training and I'll send you all the details, because you really don't want to start 2026 like this.